Our first major grade for this unit, looking at a variety of fairy tales from the Brothers Grimm, is going to be a multi-layered analysis of a particular tale. It's going to be a tale that's not in the usual canon, which means it's not going to be one that normally you guys would have encountered as little kids. This one should be somewhat unusual to you, but like most fairy tales, it's going to follow a certain pattern, certain themes. So the way this will work is I'll ask you to work with a group of two people, so there'll be three people in the group. And as we've done with the other assignments with the three popular fairy tales, is you're going to work in this group of three and you're going to be putting together really kind of an analysis report. I've got about 12 or 13 different types of analysis that I want you to do with each of with the particular tale that you've decided to do. And each one of those will get its own little kind of document, I guess you can look at it like that. So you see on the screen right now a list of 10 different fairy tales that come from the Brothers Grimm. Some of them involve male protagonists, female protagonists, little children, so forth and so on. All of them fall under the rough category of being a fairy tale. And so what I'm going to have you do is choose one, and there'll be one of each of these per class. Okay? So in other words, I have two classes, roughly 30 students in each class, so we have 10 tales to divide among the 30 students. There's going to be 3 per tale. You'll work together collaboratively to make this happen. We're going to divide the assignment in half, which means the first half of it will be due at the end of next week, and then the final half of it will be due the following week. So we'll straighten out the details of how that works as we kind of get a little further into the assignment. Now, since this is going to be a report of some sort, it can take a couple of different forms. One of them is that it could be in the form of like a PowerPoint slideshow. And I'm going to, if your group wants to do it that way, you can. I prefer to think of it as almost like a written report that's going to have different components to it. Please understand that even though the templates I'm going to show to you on this video are examples, they're not meant for you to follow the form directly. Any one piece of the analysis may take more than one slide to get done. It may take more than one page of a document to get done. So it's best if you once you've chosen your work, you read it, maybe even read it a couple of times to become familiar with it before you begin the task. And so your first task, I guess, would be to design some kind of cover sheet that fits with your tale. We're working with stories from the Brothers Grimm. If you want to play off of that, if you've got people and you want to be the brothers Moore and the sisters Kurtz, who knows? That's up to you. The thing that you're going to be doing and working with, and I'll go through these more detail as we get in each class, is you'll see a little slide like this in this particular video, but each slide is meant to be a different form of analysis. And so like you'll see in this first one, what I'm asking you to do is identify under what circumstances and setting does the fairy tale begin. Is the setting a circumstance affecting any of the following? So this would be looking at your fairy tale, looking at how, where, and when it's set, and whether or not that setting and the ingredients, the atmosphere, the weather, the location is reinforcing a problem or an issue within a family, within a relationship between two people, between siblings. Is the kingdom not at peace? What is going on exactly, and how is the setting helping us understand that or contributing to that? And so what you would do is create yourself a space that includes where you could make your commentary, pull your evidence, basically chart your response to this idea into the space. It does, again, it does not have to be limited to the space that I've given you. Just because you have a shape here doesn't mean you only have to write in that shape. This could be done in a number of different ways. Like I said, as a slideshow, if you want to do this as a slide or several slides, you can, including graphics, including what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So I'll let you and your creative team decide how that's going to look. And at this point, I'm not going to go through all of these exchanges. Like I said, as we move into the assignment, I'll introduce each topic or each point of analysis in a little more detail as we go. But you can see as you move through it, there's room for creativity. For example, of course, you'd want to summarize your plot. And we're going to try to do that in a creative way by thinking of it as, how would I do like a text exchange, a text message exchange between principal characters in the story that reveals what plot is going on. And this can be exchanged between more than one character. So if you want to set that up as like a Twitter feed, and a text message feed, you name it, even a Instagram, possibly even a TikTok feed, although I'm not sure about that. But you can see, and as you can see, there are several different ones, okay? There's an analysis of the dysfunction. There's an analysis of how the story deals with the two basic human needs we introduced in that first lecture, the need for attachment and authenticity. And then there's a whole slew of other different points that you can make. And notice part of the presentation is that it's being elaborated with some graphics, but also some design. Okay, so you want to create an analysis that fits your style, but also is as complete as you can make it. And again, the first half of this, which is roughly going to put us at the first 6 points, which I believe has us ending. I think that has us ending right about here. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. But I'll get more there. Basically, you want to be able to complete half of it by the end of next week, which will be Friday. Okay? Or actually, it could be this week.